Ready?
Start.
Hi, this is Lori McCabe from the SMB Group, and today I'm here with John Roscoe. John is the CEO of Acumatica. And John, thanks so much for speaking with us today a little bit about the company.
Great to be here. Excited to spend some time with you guys.
Yeah, me too. So before we kind of get into some of the specifics that we're here to talk about, can you just tell us a little bit of background about Acumatica as a company, who you are, how long you've been around, that kind of thing?
So Acumatica is a company that sells business applications to mid-market companies. Typically companies that are about a $10 million revenue number, going up to, we have customers now that are in the billions. And company was formed in 2008. A set of folks who are really ERP veterans were connected previously with, back in the 90s. Anybody out there who's old enough to remember Solomon Software? Some of the founders of Solomon saw the cloud transition happening, and they said, wow, this cloud platform is real, and we should build an ERP product for the mid-market for that platform. And that's how Acumatica started.
Great. Well, there are a number of companies competing for business in that size band. The upper end is small and medium business. What do you think kind of differentiates Acumatica from the pack?
Yeah, a few things. One is we had the advantage of coming to market a bit later than many of them. We founded in 2008. That was the year the iPhone shipped. It was the year HTML5 was ratified as an internet standard. And so we were built on all the latest and greatest cloud technologies. But 2008, that's not yesterday either. It takes really probably 5 years to build a very robust platform. So I think to start off with, we're the right compromise of new technology, and yet we have thousands of customers using it. It's proven and tested. The second thing is our licensing policy is very different than most ERP vendors. Most ERP vendors are out trying to milk as much money as they can on a user model basis. And our philosophy is that...
Per user, per month, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. And our philosophy is that this is the system of record for the company, and that it's very important that the people in the company who should get access to that information should be able to get that access when it's needed, and not without having to drive a decision of whether the business should have to pay for another license or not. So we basically slot customers into small, medium, or large configurations, and then from then on it's unlimited access, both for their employees, but also sometimes more importantly is their partners, other companies that are doing business with them.
Or even their customers, maybe.
Absolutely. Partners, customers. We service a lot of businesses that are in e-commerce, distribution, wholesale warehouse type operations. And it's very often that they will have customers or partners that are interfacing through some sort of portal. And you don't want to have to pay a license for those if you don't, for an order once a month or something, right? So I'd say that's one. And then the third one would be mobile. Our mobile solution is really unique in that it's extremely rich, available on iOS and Android, and it's a place where I think we truly differentiate versus any of our competitors.
In what respect? In that it's included, in that it's seamless, or?
It's included. It's what most of the competitors do is they give you a fixed application. They'll give you an expense app. They'll give you a time and reporting app. What Acumatica does, we'll give you a set of applications out of the box, but because we deliver through a channel, and this is another thing we should talk about at some point, is our partner channel, but because we deliver through a channel, our partners can add value and customize so that that time and reporting application is unique to your company. And so it's not a generic,
and then you can get it via the mobile devices.
Absolutely.
Without a lot of extra heavy lifting.
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. And Android and iOS.
What kind of uptake are you seeing on the mobile capabilities in the customer base? Is it started to hockey puck?
Yeah, no, I'd say hockey stick. Very strong. I mean, I say, especially lately, this year, pretty much everybody is doing something with mobile. And what some vendors will tell you that because they have a browser-based solution, that means they're mobile. And it really isn't, because if you look at the typical accounting screen, it's very complicated,
Yeah.
right? So you don't want to just take this really complicated screen and look at it on a little phone device. You want to actually be able to have simplified screens that work with the workflow of the business partner
Kind of
trying
what
to
we're all
solve.
used to in a consumer mobile app, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I think everybody at this point is using our expense app, right? Which lets you're out having dinner with a customer. Right there, you can take a picture of the receipt. You can file the expense report right from finish up dinner, and then you don't have a stack of them on your desk at the end of the month,
Right.
which I certainly used to have.
Well, that brings up another question, ERP, Enterprise Resource Management, Business Application Management, it can cover a lot of different functions. What are the prime functions that the Acumatica solution does cover?
Sure. Great question, and we continue to add functionality and get richer. Pretty much, the starting point is financials, right? And so
Everybody's
probably,
got to look at money in and money out.
yeah, and probably 20% of our customers are coming from QuickBooks. They've outgrown QuickBooks, and so it's time to figure out something else. Particularly if they're in QuickBooks Online, they're already in the cloud, and it's a very easy migration to an Acumatica solution. It's typically driven by something, they've got to take a multi-currency, so payment in some other currency. Perhaps they're opening up another office and they want to have a different subsidiary for that. Those are typically the drivers on that. So it starts with financials. Then we see people start to move into, and I call that kind of tracking the business. So you can go in, you see what's going on with the money, the payables, the receivables. When you start operating the business, now you're moving into things like CRM and distribution. So you're now you've got your customers in the system, you're using them to perhaps drive renewals or service opportunities for your business. Distribution, you're now fully tracking inventory, shipments, all of that. You're truly operating your business on top of Acumatica. And then the third stage for our customers is ones that have really been thoughtful about their business processes and their workflows. There are too many companies out there that I see where they make the business fit the software. And that's just wrong. The software should fit the business. And so you want to think about how should your business operate? What are the processes you're really trying to get good at? And then Acumatica has this workflow engine that lets you encode these processes into Acumatica. And
You're unique.
yeah, your unique processes, right? And our partners are set up to do that. And so at that point, you truly have a custom business solution that you can get into. An Acumatica solution like that is probably starting point is probably $75,000, and going from there up to maybe $200,000. That's probably the range that you're looking at spending.
Now, did I hear something that you're announcing a couple of new vertical or industry-specific areas?
Well, so we have, if you look at our customers, they clearly fall into, we have a wide variety of customers, they clearly fall into some major verticals. Professional services, manufacturing, e-commerce, and retail solutions, and then the last one is distribution, wholesale distribution. Those are the top four for us. And we announced back in February that we had acquired a service management company that was called M5 Solutions. And we've now been working on integrating that into Acumatica, and it's been selling like crazy. I mean, Q2 was awesome results for the company, partially driven by how much of that new service module that we've been attaching. And